As gas hits another record high and President Biden bans the import of Russian oil, Republicans are introducing new legislation to make sure the administration won't rely on terror regimes to fix our energy crisis.
Joe Biden plans to put terrorists ahead of Texas. We need oil and gas, but instead of producing it cleaner and cheaper here, instead of creating more American jobs, the Biden administration plans to turn to Iran.
Sean Duffy, former Wisconsin congressman and Fox News contributor, joins us now. Sean, you heard Carly's introduction. You heard Jim Banks there, his explanation. How mind-numbing is it to you that a bill like this is even necessary in the first place?
Yeah, you think, Todd, are your legislators stupid? I mean, do we actually have to have a bill to say we're not going to get energy from the mullahs in Iran who chant death to America that want nuclear weapons? Of course we shouldn't have to have a bill like that. Joe Biden himself should love America, be a patriot, and say, of course we're going to come home and produce energy in America. That's not where they're at, though, because Nancy Pelosi won't even bring this bill to the floor. Because what's happening, you guys have seen this, the Republican Party now represents the average, everyday working American, the middle-class American, who is getting crushed by increasing gas prices. And Democrats, they represent really rich elites who, when you have an increase in gas prices, they're like, I don't care, I fly my jet. I don't care about gas prices, I have a ton of money. And so they don't give a damn, and so they're not going to bring a bill like this up. And frankly, again, they're going to try to get oil not in America, but from Venezuela, from Iran, and now not from Russia.
Yeah,
Insane.
I know. And yesterday, President Biden's defense was, my energy policies aren't hurting the oil and gas industry, when, Sean, he ran on a platform specifically of wanting to hurt the oil and gas industry, for cutting the Keystone Pipeline, the first thing that he did, increasing regulation to promote green energy. And now he's trying to say, don't look at me, don't look at what we're doing. People are smarter than that, and they see $4.25 gallon gasoline. It could continue. It could get higher. How does this play into the midterm elections?
So first, Carly, I was looking for all the other networks out there that like to call out misinformation or otherwise lying, to call out Joe Biden for misinformation, lying to the American people that it wasn't his policies that decreased American oil energy production. Of course, he's lying to the American people. And so your question to the politics of this is, I don't think Democrats are understanding the absolute pain that people are feeling. Again, it's at the gas pump, but it's also in the grocery store. I think Democrats are going to, listen, I thought this was going to be a big red wave in November. It's going to be even bigger. I think you're going to see Democrats who didn't think they were in trouble all of a sudden have a race that they actually lose. And I think you're going to see, again, 30 to 35 Republican seats, maybe even 40, coming in this November. So, again, it's not until Democrats have massive losses like that, they're probably going to lose the Senate. When they lose the House and the Senate with big numbers, then they'll reconsider their policies and say, there's more middle-income, middle-class Americans in this country than there are rich elites. Maybe I should try to play to the average-day American who votes for me.
Sean, we are already starting to see some of these predictors, and obviously we don't go into polling it this soon, but a lot of these races going from definitely Democrat to maybe Democrat, and it's some governor's races, it's also some House races. You mentioned your number. You said between 30 and 35. Where are the vulnerabilities for the Democratic Party right now that they need to say, ooh, hey, we need to focus on these races because these are the people in these states that are most vulnerable if gas prices goes up $5, $6, $7 a gallon as an average? So,
Todd, take your dart and throw it at an American map, because it's everywhere. They're going to have trouble everywhere. I think even in California, when you look at California, paying $6, $7 a gallon for gas, even Californians who love green energy, they want to make this transition, they can't afford to pay that much for their gas, right? It's a big state. People do a lot of traveling out in California. This is going to crush them even in that state. Now, they did a lot of redistricting there to shore up their Democrats. But California, Texas, when you had Texas Democrats actually write a letter to Joe Biden and say, listen, we want to produce American energy. We don't want to buy from the mullahs. Democrats in Texas are joining Republicans to push back on Joe Biden. So I think, but this is the real point here. You're going to have suburban Americans who actually come over and say, listen, I can't vote for Democrats anymore. And if I could just make a point, I have 9 kids. I drive a Suburban. This is a war on big families, you guys.
It is.
And I buy more food than most people.
Yeah,
right?
That's so true.
There's a lot of Americans, and whether you have a couple of parents that live with you or a lot of kids, the cost increases are incredible.
Yeah,
That's a great point.
and you're not alone
again,
in feeling that
they turn
way.
a blind eye to this.
Yeah, and last week, Labor Secretary Marty Walsh was on Fox Business. He said that drilling more isn't on the table, but don't worry, there is money for electric charging stations in the bipartisan infrastructure package. So
for the 3%
I'm sure everybody's feeling much
Thank
better
God
on
for
that
that.
front now. Sean, got to leave it there.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you so much.
Listen, yeah, let's all go get Teslas.
Let's all go get Teslas.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.